Thank you for joining us here on click2houston.com. Our weather here in Southeast Texas, very quiet. It's going to feel like summer today. Temperatures getting close to 90 degrees. A ton of humidity out there. We will see a round of afternoon showers and storms. So going out to pick up the kids, make sure that you take your umbrella. Now on to Hurricane Matthew. The latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center strengthening this system to a Category 4 hurricane. This is a monster heading right towards Florida. The winds are sustained at 140 miles per hour. Gusts getting up to 165 miles per hour. It's still on that northwest track, moving up at 14 miles per hour, so a good clip behind it. We are already seeing impacts in Florida at this time. We're expecting it to be a Category 4 hurricane still as it moves closer to shore tonight. So this is a look at tonight around 8 p.m. Winds at 145 miles per hour just offshore. Now, there is a chance that we might not have a direct landfall. The center of the eye would have to hit land for it to be considered a landfall, but despite whether that happens or not, the impacts will still be the same. We are looking at very strong winds that will cause structural damage, heavy rain and storm surge all the way up the coast. By Friday evening, it is up by Jacksonville, pushing off the coast of Georgia and also South Carolina. The long-term forecast of Matthew, there are still questions of what is going to happen. We have a huge blocking high to the north of us that is going to cause it to hook back down towards the south. We're expecting that to happen. The question is, does it cross over Florida again for a second landfall early next week? There's still a lot of uncertainty with the forecast at that point, but we will continue to watch it. Right now, we just need to focus on Florida, Georgia, and also South Carolina. Take a look at our Futurecast model. It has the eye just offshore tonight. Now, we are expecting those tropical storm force winds to start hitting Florida around dinner time. The possible landfall would be late tonight between 11 p.m. and about 2 a.m. on Friday, somewhere between Boca Raton into Jupiter into Port St. Lucie. Those are all areas that are a threat of hitting that eye wall. If that eye wall actually hits the coast, that is the strongest part of the storm, and that would cause huge issues. Now, again, as I said, if it does not hit land in terms of that area of that center, the center of the eye, you are still going to see devastating impacts from Hurricane Matthew. It'll continue to ride up the coast again by tomorrow evening. It's off the shore of Jacksonville, and then it sets eyes on Georgia and South Carolina, where they will have massive impacts as well. So this is what we're expecting for Florida over the next 24 to 36 hours, possibly over a foot of rain, storm surge 5 to 9 feet, especially north of Daytona Beach into Jacksonville. This area right here into the Georgia coastline will have the largest amount of storm surge. We could also see tornadoes, and we are expecting power outages and damage to homes. So here's a look at our computer models. Again, we're expecting that hook down to the south. The question is, how much closer does it get to the Gulf of Mexico? And that is something that we will watch as we get into next week. For our local weather, we'll continue to be warm and steamy here for today. We are going to have a dry southwest wind for tomorrow ahead of a cold front, so low 90s, but the humidity starts to come down. That front moves through Friday night, and then it delivers an absolutely beautiful weekend. So for us on Saturday and Sunday, it just looks so glorious here. Take a look at that 10-day. 90 degrees for today. We'll be in the low 90s for tomorrow, and then beautiful fall weather for Saturday and Sunday.